Hello, my loves. Happy Friday and happy October. And what's up? So I'm a little bit late coming on here. I have not been sleeping that well, lots in my mind. So it's hard for me to settle into it's crazy how much the mind keeps you not sleeping. It's insanity. So, anyways, I didn't get up as early as I wanted to, and I just finished teaching a class and kind of gathering my thoughts and honestly just procrastinating a little bit to go on live. But here I am. So today is October, and today I am stepping into new beginnings. And um, for me, that means coming back into myself, coming back into my heart. Um, I am just releasing a relationship, coming back into prioritizing my worth and my value as a human being, and just really honoring that and standing in my power. So, this month is for me a month to come back to power and come back into self and really not compromise my fullest expression. So, what that means for me is releasing anything that doesn't light me up, anything that doesn't feel like, yeah, this feels so good and supportive and loving and nurturing and cherished. So, yeah, as I release a relationship and just take note of my relationships and the projects and the people and the experiences and the situations that are developing, unfolding in my world, just really taking time to check into my body and to feel, because our minds are so good at telling stories or holding on or reasons why we need to do things or be somewhere or stay somewhere or do something, or um, and our hearts and our bodies always know the truth. They always know the direction if we're willing and courageous and brave enough to listen. So today I sit in my heart and I sit in my worth, and I choose self-love and to really know and honor my value. And through that process, I release anything that doesn't meet me there, and also know my worth and my value, and um, praise it, like exalted. That's my mood this morning, and I'm going to bring us into October with just releasing anything that's not lighting you up, and whether that is a person or people or a group of things, whether that is like something like social media, whether that is a job that you have, or anything that feels like it causes tension in your heart or in your energetic field, like this, ugh, like this doesn't feel good anymore. This isn't allowing me to be my fullest, truest expression. And so anything that is limiting your fullest expression, we're gonna say goodbye. And so, of course, movement is the best thing to work us into that. So let's move. We'll start on the mat. You can just find yourself on your seat. You can be sitting on a block or not. And just take your hands to your bum and widen your cheeks, lifting the flesh up and then sitting back down. And place the hands to the tops of your thighs. Letting go is so hard, but also so easy. I think it's like a crazy thing because our minds want to cling and hold attachment, and even at the compromise of our truest self. Yet when we let go, there's so much freedom, and we're often gifted new opportunities. We create new space. We allow for the constant flux of life, the flow of change that is never ceasing. Mm. And we trust, and we hold our courage in our hearts, and we move forward. Your hands to the inner thigh. Wrap your shoulder blades forward and curl your chin into your chest. Slide the ribs from side to side and just meet a connection to the back of your heart. Allowing the shoulders to be soft and really lifting with the lowest part of your rib. When that feels satisfactory to you, find some stillness, zip length through the belly, inflate your heart all sides wide, lift your chin, and just take 3 breaths here. Inhaling fully and deeply through the nose, exhaling to let go. Last one. Mm. Bring your hands to your heart and just connect to your beat. Mm. Leaning into trust and knowing that whatever isn't lighting us up or holding us in our fullest precious power is more than okay to let go. And through the letting go, may we be offered all the blessings from the space we create to fill with everything that meets our vibration. And may we move into this month releasing and letting go with ease and grace anything that is not serving our highest expression. And sweep your arms wide, reach all the way up to the sky, lifting, shifting the gaze to face towards the fingertips. Soften the shoulders, feel length through the front, opening here. Full breath in. Connect your hands, slide hands down through heart center and bow your head. Starting this month with open hearts, self-loving hearts that choose ourselves over and over again. Meow, meow. Lift off of the seat and connect the top of the foot, press down with a subtle drag back. You can let your hips slide back, holding the hollows in the groins, and start to move the shoulders in this like one shoulder at a time way. So just starting to make these rotations of movement. And you can let your head sort of bobble around as it will. And then switch the rotation of the shoulders, letting your body sort of squirm and worm around here a little bit. Cross the wrists forward over the belly and start to slide your ribs from side to side, creating a little resistance with the ribs to expand into the sides. You can feel your ribs glide wide from side to side and soften the belly. And the top of the foot continues to press down and drag back in a subtle way. And the knees can press wide to maintain connection through the glutes. And start to reach the arms up from side to side and just reaching into the length through the side body. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chin. And then start to draw some big circles, curling in, chin to chest, rounding through the upper back, all the way to the other side. And then switch your direction, a big circle, curling in, chin in. Release the arms and wrap yourself in a big hug, catching opposite shoulders. Root the hips back and just continue to explore some organic motion here. Letting the ribs glide from side to side. Circles. Gentle opening. Moving in whatever way feels most nourishing to you. Reach the arms up, sit the hips back, and place your fingertips down to the mat. Walk forward into all fours, hands and knees. And the wrists can land ahead of the shoulders, the knees underneath of the hips. Top of the foot can press down with a subtle drag back. And the elbows can externally rotate wide. Start to glide the ribs from side to side. Letting the hips drag back and wide. Soft belly. And as the ribs glide wide towards the right side, draw left ear to left shoulder, curl the chin into the chest, and really press down the mat to inflate through the back. Breathe there. Soft belly, hips root wide. Glide the ribs wide towards the left side, right ear to right shoulder. Curling the chin into the chest, press to fill, broaden through the back. Sit back, soft belly. Glide wide towards the right side, ear to shoulder, curl it in and press, broaden, fill the back. Slide the hips back, left ribs wide to the left side, right ear to right shoulder, curl chin to chest and press down the mat. Moving from side to side, perhaps adding even more here with a full rib roll, letting the chin drop through the chest, press down the mat to slide through the back. You can shut your eyes here just to really go in and feel, making all the connections through the body, through the rib cage. Find a neutral space, widen the knees, connect the toes behind and slide back child's pose, melt your heart. And take your forehead to the mat and just roll your head from side to side, massaging third eye. Let yourself feel really heavy here. And releasing any tension and just letting yourself melt into the mat, supported by the earth and grounded. Find some stillness, 3 breaths here. Slide your hands back, roll all the way up, back onto the knees. Take your sweater off if you need to. Okay. And connect the top of the foot, press down with a subtle drag back. Sweep your arms forward and connect both hands behind the skull. Head presses into the hand, let your neck get long and open. Sit back, sit wide, hold your roots. Lift up, lengthen the belly, stretch the ribs away from the hips. Slide the hips back. Big stretch, rise up, open. Sit back. Lengthen the belly, rise your heart. Slide the hips back, curl in, chin to chest, rounding through the upper back. A little glide of the ribs from side to side, connecting through back heart. And feel this light buoyancy through the ribs. The lowest ribs just floating above the lumbar spine. Filling and inflating through the whole rib cage, all sides expanding wide. Root back through center. Soften the belly forward. Take a stretch. Rise your heart up. Head presses into the hand. Open. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Big stretch. Rise high. One more through the center. Release your hands. Walk them back forward on the mat. Hands and knees. Align your spine. So the hands ahead of the shoulders. Elbows externally rotate wide so the elbow eyes face inwards towards each other. Top of the foot presses down. Knees press wide. Start to pulse forward and back. Slide your hips way back. Peel the right knee open to the side and place your paw to the mat. Kickstand the left foot out just a little bit. Sit back, sit wide. Soften the belly and then rise through the right ribs. Sit back. Lift up. Allow the belly to melt into openness. The right paw presses down and drags back as you extend and rise into the right side. Left ear drops towards left shoulder. Pour your crown over top of left arm. Take right hand to left rib. Root the hips back and then lift and twist. Melt right shoulder away from the ear. Sit back. Lift and twist, open neck. Release the shoulder. One more, sit back and open. And take a big stretch, reach the right arm forward and long. Finding your full expression of length through the right side, right paw, dig down, drag back as you stretch, press, reach long. Take one more big stretch, open. Back through center, hands and knees. And take some undulations through your spine like a wave. And sliding the hips back and wide, rippling forward. Let your body move you. Hips back, knees press wide, and then ripple forward like a wave crashing onto the shore. As we round forward, press down the mat, chin to chest, inflate through the back. Find some stillness. Strong press of the mat away. Sit the hips back, tuck your toes and rise up into hands and feet. The feet as wide as your hips or as wide as the mat, or somewhere in between. Plant the paws, bend into the knees, root the hips wide and high. Start to gently shift your hips from side to side. Feeling just little tension, extension and tone through the back line of the leg. You can start to grow this movement, shifting the hips from side to side, knocking the knees down through the center line. And as you shift the knees from side to side, widen the ribs, opening into this weave and wind through the belly, through the sides. Let this be primal and dynamic, opening. And come back through center. Strong press of the mat away, inflate through the back, lower the knees back down to the mat. Untuck your toes and start to pulse forward and back. The hips root wide, knees press wide. The heart pulls forward. Staying connected with your breath. Moving at whatever pace feels appropriate for you. Slow is nice. You slide your hips way back. Left knee peels open to the side. Place your paw right where it is to the mat. Kickstand the right foot out just a little bit. Sit back, sit wide. Let the belly stay soft as you rise into the left side. Root the hips wide. Melt the belly and rise open into the left ribs. Right ear drops towards right shoulder. Lift the chin and pour your crown over top of the right arm. Rising left ribs creates a lightness in your left fingertips. Utilize the power of the left paw. Dig down, drag back as you rise high, open. Left hand to right ribs. Root the hips, lift and twist. Melt the left shoulder away from the ear. Hips back. Lift and twist, spiral the ribs, open. Sit back. Lift and twist, open. Stretch the left arm forward and long. Big full length through your whole left side, hips root back. And then big stretch, press long, open. Take one more big stretch, reach to find that fullest expression, fullest extension. And then come back through center, hands and knees. Big circles with the ribs. Can let your head move in the opposite direction of these rib rolls. And then switch your roll other way. Okay, find some stillness. The right arm threads underneath of the left. Or thread the needle. Land the right side of your head down to the mat. Left hand stays connected right where it is. You can even subtly press the mat away to feel a little stretch through the back. Option 2, take your left hand, wrap it up and around your back to catch the inner right thigh, maybe. With the right arm extended to the left side, can press your right pinky side of the fist down. Lift the chin, lengthen through the neck. Breathe to find more softness, releasing tension with each breath. And take one more breath here. Unwind if you're bound up. Left hand plants back to the left side of the mat. Press yourself back up into hands and knees. Couple of undulations through the back. Working that wave through the spine. Soft belly, hips rooting wide, rippling forward. Find a neutral space. Left arm is going to thread underneath of the right. Thread the needle on the other side. And land your head down to the mat. Option to stay here with your right hand connected just exactly where it is. Maybe a subtle energetic push of the mat away. You'll feel a little stretch in the back. Option to wrap your arm all the way around to catch the inner left thigh. A little bind here. Melt the shoulder away from the ear. Lift the chin and lengthen the neck. With this left hand, this left fist over here, can press the pinky side down, a little resistance into the ground if you like. And just find some deep, full breathing. Soften where you can, using the breath as a tool to invite in more space. If you're bound up, release your wind. Right hand plants back to the right side. Press your hand into the mat to lift yourself all the way back up. Couple of glides of your ribs from side to side. Come back to a neutral space. Press the mat, inflate the back, lift the knees, rise up into hands and feet. And take a couple of pulses forward and back, bend into the knees, root your hips high and wide, and then stretch your heart forward. Press down the mat and fill through the back, deep bends. Hips root high, pause, press wide, and then reach your heart forward. Push down the ground, broaden the back. One more. Okay. You can take a little hop forward or a step forward. Land the feet as wide as your mat. Bend into the knees and take a fold here. Let your heart melt. Soften the shoulders, soften the head. Let this be really loose. Releasing shoulders, releasing the neck. Bend into the knees. Shift the weight forward into the paw of the foot. Press your paws wide down and out to the side. Reverse swan dive. Sweep the arms wide. Reach all the way up to the sky. Stretch way up high. Little shift and bob. Stretching, reaching for the stars in the sky. Lifting with the lowest rib. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And keep a little spring in the knee. Hips sit back as you stretch up a little high. And in the name of letting go, we'll have a little dynamic breath fold. So there's two options here with the arms reaching high. You can inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, release the arms. So that would be the first option. And you will do that if this second option doesn't feel nourishing for anywhere in your back and folding space. A couple things that when you do fold, you want to be hinging from the hips. You want to keep the knees bent and send the butt back into your fold so that we're melting. Okay, so what it can look like. Option 1. Option 2. Now, we'll start this. I want you to really let it go. Let your breath be a out. Inhale strong through the nose. Exhale, burst it out. Let it go. And let yourself really embody an expression of release. Okay, so we'll go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going. Toes grounded. Knees bent. Hinging at the hips. Releasing everything. 3 more. Last one. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Ground into the toes. Ground into the earth. Soften the shoulders. Spring in the knee. Lift the chin and breathe. And bringing the power back to self through letting go of anything that does not love and light you up. Letting go as an act of self-love. And place your hands to your heart, and in the spirit of October, a fresh month ahead of us, whatever word comes to mind that you want to kind of carry into your month, a little intention. It could be peace or love or compassion or bravery or courage or self-love or empathy or rest or gentleness or whatever it is. Whatever word you want to kind of hold as your North Star for the month, please bring it into your heart space. Ground there. Feel there. Deep breath in. Exhale, let go. One more of those. Inhale. And exhale, let go. Release the arms by your side. Narrow your heels. Take a deep squat with the knees wide. Fingertips can land light. Tick-tock the knees from side to side. You can keep this as far as you need to go, but there is also an opportunity as your right knee drops forward, right ear to right shoulder, left fingertips drag back and expand into the back left ribs. As left knee drops forward, left ear to left shoulder, right fingertips drag back and expand into the right ribs. Right knee forward, Left fingertips drag back. Resist to broaden through the back. Left knee forward. Right fingertips drag back. Inflate through the right ribs. Walk your hands back. Plant them behind you and sit your bum down. Walk your your feet a little forward and just wash your knees from side to side. And as the knees wash over towards the right side, I'm going to leave them there. You might want to reposition your right hand. Pick your bum up, sweep the left hand back, reach back to open. Sit the bum, draw the chin in, curling. And then open it back up. Big stretch, reach to open. Sit your bum down. Wash the knees over to the left. Plant the left hand down. Right arm sweeps. Lift your bum and stretch back. And soften the shoulders away from the ears. Sit the bum. Curl in, melt chin to chest. And then pick it back up. Drop your bum down. Come back to center. Hands behind the thighs and just roll on your back a couple of times. If rolling on your back is not something that you like, just we'll meet on the back. Plant the feet. Pick up your bum and then drop it back down. Long belly, neutral spine. Arms can just rest by your side. Take a pause to feel here. Press the back of your head into the mat. Lift the chin out of the throat and breathe. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Let your thigh pull heavy away from you so the arms pull long and the shoulder blades are broad. And from this space, gentle pulse kicks the heel up towards the sky. I want to have this sensation of energy shooting out of your heel at the same time rooting the femur down into the hip socket, both rooting and rising. Find some stillness and draw some circles with your ankle. And then switch your circles. Right ankle crosses over top of the left thigh. Easy twist. Let the legs land towards the right side. Fingertips above the head with the elbows to the sky. Take a pause here. Breathe. Move back through center. Uncross your legs. Lift the knees into the air to 90 degree. Keep the fingertips connected to the ground. We'll just take some little heel taps. Little tap down and lift back up. The heel doesn't need to touch the ground. You want to work to that space where you feel like it's pulling, and then lift up. Like the belly is an elastic band stretching into length, and then lifting up. And keep your fingertips energetically resisting back towards your shoulders. The chin lifted and the throat open. Mm. Last one. And plant your feet on the ground. Interlace your hand behind the left thigh. Let the thigh pull heavy away from you, and then extend your heel up to the sky. Little pulses through the leg, just subtle bends and extends, with the heel lifting up towards the sky and the toes soft towards your nose. Both qualities of rooting the femur down into the hip socket as we extend into length and openness. And then find some stillness, some little circles at the ankle. Switch your circle. And then bend the knee to cross the ankle over top of your right thigh. Let your knees land to the left side. Chin up by your fingertips above the head with the elbows to the sky. Take a pause to breathe here. Lift up back through center. Uncross your feet. Let your arms just sort of soften above your head. Wash the knees from side to side in a way that feels romantical, like love. So slow, mindful, gentle. And as the knees wash over towards the right side, let them carry you all the way over into a floppy twist. No rules here, just take it to where it lets you land. Notice any tension that you're holding in the body and let it melt into support. And then roll back through the back. Knees lift and travel over to the left. Floppy twist towards the left. Again, no rules here. Letting yourself land, breathe into any tension or any new experience that you feel, variation from side to side. For me, one side is so much tighter. I feel this a lot in my left side, but what is my right side body? And then we'll take that one more time on each side. Knees land towards the right. Floppy twist towards the right. And whereas on this side, I don't feel that much on my left. A lot more openness and space on the left side. And then rolling back through the back. Knees to the left. Floppy twist all the way over. And roll back to the back. Extend your legs long. Hands to the bum. Lift the cheeks up towards the sacrum and spread them wide. Give yourself a big hug, lifting the shoulders, lifting the whole heart away from the mat, and just creating more space. Land back down with openness. Hands behind the neck. You can just guide the flesh up. Little massage opportunity here with the fingertips on either side of the cervical spine. Just guiding the flesh up. And as we support the curve of the cervical spine, we allow openness through the front of the body, through the neck. And then release your arms to the side. Little heel rocking if you like. And put yourself like a little defragmentation. And then find stillness. Full breath in. And let go. And do that again. Full breath in. Let go. Stay resting for as long as you have. Let your body integrate and assimilate all of the goodness. Love you. Let's see where I left this book. I'll read to you. They asked her, "What does it mean to love yourself?" She answered, "It means to uncover and release whatever keeps you from true happiness, to love, honor, and accept every single part of you, especially those that are kept in the dark. It means to observe yourself continually with the utmost honesty and without judgment. Loving yourself means striving to reach new heights of self-understanding so as to cultivate the wisdom that inner peace requires." So these are meant to be short, but I don't have a short capacity inside of me. So at least I hope this is nourishing, and I hope you can fit this into your day. And so excited to have all of the teachers collaborating with me to bring you forward a really beautiful month. If you want to join us on Daily Ritual, there's a link in the bio. There's a cool promotion that ends today. And yeah, it's a sweet deal for the month of October. Also on October 6th, I have it's called Take Me to the Moon class offering. So that'll be at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to dive into Libra, Moon, and Sun and have a beautiful flow that it feels balancing and nourishing. Have a great weekend. I can't wait to see the other teachers and play with everybody in this space. If you ever want to reach out, connect with me. I love you so much. Peace, peace, peace.